couple dancing to Afrobeat just to calm my, my anxieties. But today I have to face forward and do it without no noise. So exhale. Welcome. Thank you. I'm honored to be before you. I only have 6 minutes, and I am excited to present to you Ngozi Global, Africa, America, and Tech. And what are we doing? We are bridging the gap between Africa's tech talent and America's small businesses. Woo, 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 woo. That was your cue to say yay, because it's something to be excited about and to celebrate. Yes. So who is Ngozi Diké? So I'm creating this theme so you would know. I want like an Afro-futuristic theme. I want to incorporate digital art with my whole brand. So pardon me as I decipher what this brand is going to look like. But for those of you who don't know, the imagery will be artists, digital artists that's online that do a lot of digital Afro-futuristic art. That is my vibe, my theme, and what I'm going into. So who is Ngozi Diké? I am her. Ngozi Diké. I am a Nigerian-American woman who lived in Nigeria as a girl, moved over to America, and was so I felt cursed that I was not able to live in Nigeria with my family, but my family think I'm blessed, So the beautiful thing about it is it took me 36 years to reunite and find my father. And right before COVID, 2017, we got this amazing kind of coming to America, coming to Africa story. And I was able to reunite with him prior to COVID. I have not yet flew back over to Nigeria to hug him, touch him, feel him, but that will be happening in 2024. But since then, I've been able to discover more about myself. And so what I'm doing today was actually prophesied to me at the age of 17 about the global work that I would do and finding my father and crossing over. So my heartbeat is different now. And so this is why Ngozi Global was birthed. I am an Igbo warrior, and that's who I am. Ngozi is an Igbo name that means blessing. The forename is usually Ngozi Chikuku, and it translates to the blessings of God. And if you know anything about Africans, we are very serious about name ceremonies, so I am that, a blessing. Everywhere I go, that is my mission, to love God, please His people. Now we're doing it on a global level, right? So who are we and why does Ngozi Global exist? Well, right now, Ngozi Global is a limited liability social enterprise. We are a soft skills training provider and talent pool for the BIPOC and Africa tech talent. So BIPOC is a new term that kind of broadens the term marginalized. BIPOC means Black Indigenous people of color. And that involves a little bit of everything that I am and everything that we serve. But if we do understand the dynamics of the world, of culture, we all adults here, there's a lot of barriers that the BIPOC group that we face. And so it's my goal to increase BIPOC representation into the tech industry. So this is our vision. The vision of Ngozi Global is to be the #1 preferred soft skills training provider for Africa, leading tech talent, and for all the accelerators and incubators in Africa. That's the goal. And why must we do it? Well, the Black wage gap is projected to increase, and right now the representation of African Americans, BIPOC people in the tech industry is very minimum. If we don't do it, we will lose. There is like a $350 billion wage gap that we lost wages, and where the economy is projected to go, two very important skills that I believe in is digital literacy and financial literacy. So in this mission, Number one, that's why I must do it. And if I didn't do it, global companies will not know that amazing talent that's in Nigeria, in Africa, abroad. The Western culture represents Africa as a poor, needy place, but is so resourceful from the talent, from the resources, from the natural resources, and the tech talent in Africa is amazing. So, what is my mission? What is Ngozi Global's mission? The mission is to increase the BIPOC representation in tech industry by 42% by 2050. Right now, we represent 12% of the entire tech industry and 8% in the executive field. And in the fastest growing tech industry, we're underrepresented roles and businesses. And where the world is going, if we do not transition, pivot, add on tech skills, you're going to be left behind. So that's an urgency. It's threefold. Mission is to do that. It's also to bring attention to Africa's tech talent, to help small businesses in America afford software developers that you usually couldn't afford in America, to actualize your dreams as small businesses. Having an app, if you don't have an app, you're left behind. You need an app for your company, but you also need developers. We have them. We have access to pools and pools of developers. And we want to encourage small businesses to outsource to tech talent in Africa. And so how are we going to do this? So we do this through transferable knowledge, soft skills training development, and matching Africa's tech talent with small businesses in America. And who do we target? Our primary target are the accelerators, entrepreneur and tech accelerators in Africa. Our secondary target are entrepreneurs and leaders in the BIPOC community. And then, our secondary are small businesses in America. And then our third target are the individual entrepreneurs and startups and leaders in the BIPOC community and abroad. So, and I was really feeling my art. I was like, ooh. I was like just really doodling. I was doodling, I'm on to something here. But that's what the vibe is going. I don't know how I'm going to do this, but this Afrofuturistic look is where I'm going. So the current work, this is what I've done, the current work. When I say current work, I mean since September of 2023. It was not up to me to start this year. I was going to start next year, 2024. How many of us are in the way of ourselves? Because we nitpick apart, I'm not ready, I can't, I won't. But hello, apparently, I have something, I'm ready, and ask me what's happening, I don't know, but I'm in here like skinwear. So current work, this is one of my original statements. When a woman heals, a nation rises. When a woman heals, a nation rises. My life has been so full of trauma that this is the first time I'm believing in myself again. And I decided to take on the mantle that God has put in my life. My grandmother passed away. Before she passed away, I was by her side. We had this conversation that I cannot let go, but I was not doing anything. Like, no, grandmother, I'm not there. No, grandmother, I don't, no. But she's not letting me rest until I answer the call. So I've answered the call, and I'm here doing what I got to do. Not reluctantly, but carefully. And I want to make sure it's not about me. So I believe I'm a good steward for the people in Africa. It's a lot of fraud and things that go on. I believe I'm a good steward of the money that's going to come in at the beginning of. So this is what we've done since September. We've trained 1,250 leaders. Who are we? Me, myself, and I. All my personalities. Yes, we have, and Rosalind and Ngozi Diké, we all up in there, and yes, we did that. And we're now currently in 22 countries. we have a pipeline of 19,000 through my newest partnership, which is Africa Agility, one of the largest mentoring programs in Africa. And right now, I am vetting and interviewing, lining up the most quality tech work for our first quarter internships. And I'm strengthening my business model. That's where I'm at with Ngozi Global. And so, right now, did I do that? I think there's some more slides, but we'll see. But right now, in South Africa, Africa's software developers are overwhelmed. So here in America, you have these major dreams, and we have very high-priced software developers that start at a minimum $10,000. That's just getting started, on and on and on. How could we get far when you're an entrepreneur like myself? I'm bootstrapping. It's me, myself. I need an app. How would I develop the app? So then Ngozi Global, we'll have our app, and guess who's going to build our app, right? This app is going to be a marketplace where we trade and exchange goods and services from Africa directly to customers in Columbus, in America. That way we can boost Africa's economy. Everything is boost Africa's economy. When you hire an intern, you're like paying the minimum wage of $15. We hope to pay $15 to $25 an hour. Even 20, whatever it is, it will translate to triple, quadruple in their country, and then they can put it back into their dreams and the vision, and now Africa's economy is stirring. So we're all in this together. America's small businesses are getting apps, you can afford them. Africa's talent is being actualized, used, utilized. It's a dream to connect with the leader in America. So you can help dreams come true, make your dream come true, build the economy. Like, we all win. So this is just a list of how many software developers are currently in each country. South Africa and Nigeria are very significant in the boosting of Africa's economy right now, but all these software developers are ready to be utilized. And so that's where we are. And wait a minute, let me go back here. Currently, right here, we are serving our 75% of the students that we are training are bachelor degrees, 65 bachelor degrees in the tech industry already. And they are 75.2s from Nigeria, the bulk, but we've been everywhere. And so you are getting quality work. So how can you help? This is how you can help. You can lead me to venture capitalist. You can become a digital facilitator. I'll tell you more about that. And we train live. AI is so rampant that the human, I'm back to the traditional training where you have me, you see me, and that's what makes it so effective. And where everybody else is AI, I'm human, I'm soft skills. So how can I train soft skills with technology? Come on now. Well, we need it, but we need the human. So how can you help? Offer paid internships. You got a company, you got a business, you want to mentor, you want to do a good deed, offer paid internships. Book me as a speaker. My new voice going forward is all about the pivot, BIPOC individuals pivoting into the digital world, technology, the industry, soft skills development. I need $10,000 like right away. You can help me do that. Become an advisor. Advise me. I'm a creative, right brain, emotional woman. I need some technical, stiff-neck, financial people in my life to get me together. How to scale. I have different business models that I am exploring. Mentorship is one. Membership is one. And be a part of the movement. How do you add value? I don't know. Become a sponsor. I'm sponsoring and launching a marketing campaign in first quarter 2024. And that will allow you, if you want to expand and do business in Africa, as a sponsor or partner, everywhere I go, you go. I represent all my partners. I sell your services. That's part of sponsorship. I enter to the room when Ngozi Global is sold. There will be exclusive partnership. I will promote, sell. If I'm overseas and you're not, your products can go with me and things of that sort. So I'm looking for exclusive partners and sponsors. I do have a sponsorship packet, and I'm going backwards. Pardon me, y'all. This is like, and thank you. Thank you. I messed it up, but thank you. So that's the presentation, and
great work, Ngozi. Great work.
I got it there. I hear the music in my head.
We appreciate you. We appreciate you. Great work.
Thank you.
Okay. Any questions? Where are we going to start? Anyone have questions for Ngozi?
I apologize if you covered this and I missed it, but
It's okay.
So when we're working with the developer, it's all virtual. We'll never meet face to face, or?
It all depends on where they are. Right now, they are in Nigeria and all across in Africa. It will be virtual. I will be a mediator just to assure quality work, everyone, making sure that pay is being received and work is being done. But there are going to be requirements. We can't just throw them in there. You have to have an internship program. You have to have what it is that you accomplish and spelled out. We don't want to slave trade the people. You know what I mean? We really want to add value and get things done, and also offer them an opportunity to make money. U.S. dollars in Africa go far, but the idea, what we're working out right now is the niche and gritty of the internship project. I would like to pay them initially. I don't want to offer any free internships. However, if free internships are offered, there will be stipulations of what that will look like. But it's my goal, this is what the $10,000 is for, so that I can start paying if you can afford it. And after we do the vetting, I can see the truth of each organization. There's going to be true vetting there, because we want to create a name for the software developers in Africa. They develop your app, we want them to succeed. We want to make sure it's in the level where they can achieve it and they're not being quote unquote pimped, However, but they can actualize. So yes, the mentorship program will be virtual. And then we are working on another part. Thank God we partnered with the Nigerian Chambers of Commerce in DC. And we're working on, Nigerian government will offer short-term visas to come over and get trained here in the U.S. So we are absolutely putting together our first summit here in the city so that they can get visas and come. So if you are partnered with an intern here, they will be the priority ones to come over to America to continue on in their training. It's a big vision, but I see it so simple. I keep it simple. I'm like, it's easy math. It's real easy math. It's like, don't complicate this, right? Any more questions?
You're good.
So just, so I fully understand, this is my perception of what, the core model is the platform will kind of, in essence, have a platform fee for creating the exchange and the introduction and the training, or am I getting that right?
So there's 3 brainstorm ideas, right? Number 1, yes, membership model, meaning if you're a small business and you want to utilize the talent, you would be monthly membership to utilize the talent. But the software internships is a different access. Now, the membership would be for small businesses in America, entrepreneurs here, and the accelerators are different. The accelerator are housing and leading the students. So we know that there are economic challenges, but the candidates that we vet, we're going to assure that broadband is they're ready to go. But with the amount that you're paying and as an internship, the opportunity, you can win either way. Even if you created your blueprint model for other developers to build upon. The ideal is access, opportunity, and bridging the connection, Africa and America. Biden has an initiative to do business in Africa right now. Why? Because we don't want China to outbeat America and Africa. But of all the people groups, the BIPOC community, we're the only ones who are not doing business in Africa on a large scale, and we need to. So that is so you can be a billionaire and a millionaire in Africa quickly. The power of the U.S. dollar is mighty, and the talent is even mightier. So you merge that gap, things can begin to go round, especially for your small business.
So I just to clarify, so like when because I want Ngozi Global to be sustainable. So
yes.
What I mean, in my head, I'm thinking percentage of business that flows through above and beyond membership model.
Right. So one aspect of it is like a staffing agent. Mm-hmm. Okay, when you match whatever dollars that will be negotiated across the term, that's one sustainable way to generate income. Second is the membership model for the companies. Third is the curriculum. And Ngozi Global's curriculum, we're finalizing that. What's good about our curriculum is more tech specific. It's the soft skills that will help you sustain work in the tech industry, adaptability, innovation, creative, all the things. And so the curriculum being the highly sought after curriculum. So once we finalize this curriculum, then that will be selling, as well as the membership, as well as the staffing opportunity. Hey, I sound clear? Sound like I know what I'm talking about? Woohoo! No, because when you're by yourself, this is why I love this, because we're so hard on ourselves. Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure which stage your business at, but once you already said you've trained 1,250 people. So after they're trained and graduate, is there a vetting system that you actually get them into the workforce and say these are already vetted, ready to go, and if there is a platform for them to present their talent and say, like there's currently like hundreds of platforms that show their level of expertise, how many projects they've done, their rating, the cost. So it's much easier. So you don't have to manually do that yourself.
No, exactly. No, you're absolutely right. However, one of the niches of the value proposition is, I know it's a lot, it sounds crazy, and guys, are you going to grow this long? How are you going to? I want to manage it. Mm-hmm. I need that human touch. We need that human connection. We need to vet. So probably for the first 5 years, I will be highly involved in the vetting and the interviewing, because that's my strength, and we want to make sure in the model that for quality assurance that those who come in can offer the same, but we want to stay involved. Mm-hmm. But the app will have that. Right now, I'm going to start with my Instagram, and that's part of the whole look, but that's what the app is. It's a marketplace. Mm-hmm. So they would definitely just showcase their talent and who they are, their stats, what they can do in previous work, whether they are beginner, mediocre, So we will ask questions and we will have to match if your project is too detailed for a beginning. So that's the whole purpose of vetting and working.
So in future for scaling up.
Scaling up.
And that would be, I think, like my opinion is if you get those people already involved in how to showcase their talent before they even start, so they can, it's almost like an open resume. As they go, they build up it's that platform. So by the time you have 30 to 100 vetted, ready to go people.
Exactly.
You have that database that you already don't have to go back and rewrite all the talent, all the skills that they've learned, all the businesses they've helped, but they already have all these columns under where these are the business we helped.
These are their certifications. I like that.
These are, that's just
Thank you. We have a meeting, and in this vetting process, that's something that we can do, just get 100 pulled together. I'm at the very beginning. I'm September. I'm rebranding as of September, like, for real. But the increase is so rapid. I'm like, oh, someone hold me.
Did I see you raise your hand?
I want to just kind of reiterate, and Ngozi and I have had some conversations about it. I 100% intend to be involved in securing internships for AI Marketer Pro, and we've definitely had that conversation. I will say, for the good of this order, the concept is spot on from my experience going back and forth to West Africa. The truth of it is, I believe that Africa is the next frontier for tech talent. And it does behoove us here that are small businesses and have an affinity for the continent to begin to create these ties.
Yes.
I think that it is a tremendous opportunity for us all to win.
Yes, seriously.
And so I'm 100% on board.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you.
Sorry, I've got a few over here, and then I'll be back on this side real quick. Sorry, there was one over here. I'm not good at this part. It's for the recording.
Okay, can you guys? Okay. Yeah, thank you. That sun was killing me. I wanted to ask you if you were against getting like physical people here, like within the culture though. So I know you wanted to bridge the gap between America and Africa, but would you have any workers for you that are physically here that are within the African culture?
Yeah, Africa Tech Talent is global, all around the world. So the bulk of the accelerators that I deal with are in the continent. But yes, there will be eventually talent in the U.S. We're all over the world, So right now we're building and boosting the economy of Africa. So majority will be there. And again, the goal is those who are interned, we can get them to America to meet, connect, grow. But that's just like folks who outsource to India on Fiverr. You don't see them. You don't feel your Fiverr, your e-lancers. It's just the same concept. It's nothing different. Same concept.
So the reason I asked is because I work for the city of Columbus, and we can pay your workers, but they would just have to be here.
So that's
physically,
the challenge.
when
Yes.
they do arrive, then I would love to partner with you because we can get them paid from the city budget, and then you can just do the work for free.
Let me tell you what's amazing about that. That is a goal, to be a vendor. I'm working on that right now. But here's the challenge. America, our policies have to change. They have to be contract workers. They have to be contract workers. They cannot be employees yet because they're not in the city. So that's our challenge. However, thank you for expanding my thought process in that, because now I will have our U.S. pool of tech talent and our Africa pool of tech talent. Thank you. Blue, 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 blue. Yeah. So with that said and done, I got you, my sister. And so with that said and done, though, that is one of the challenges. So now I just believe the way the global economy is changing, the U.S. need to come on board and change our policies regards to remote work, right? So until then, it will be contract work established between you, third party, and the contractor, us being a third party, or if it's direct link, you can direct you, but we will facilitate, follow-up, coach, and assure that all internships are going well with job coaches and coaches who will check in and monitor the success.
I love the idea. I have three kind of just random thoughts.
Sure.
Okay. One is that you might look at Auticon as a business model. They are a global company that specializes in hiring autistic technologists, training them, and then placing them with large companies. But then they are the interface, and they provide wraparound support to make sure to set the employees up for success. So that's kind of, there's some similarities with what what you're doing, although they are in person. There's enough similarities that it might be good to just like have an informational interview and talk to them and find out what they've learned. And I can put you in touch with someone there if you want.
I appreciate that.
And then the culture and work etiquette training might be another piece to include with the soft skills. You might already be doing this, but if you're not, like, because
Cultural competency.
you're going to need to train the U.S. folks. You're also going to need to train the folks who are, I mean, there's how many cultures in Africa, and everybody has their own culture of work. We did a global internship when I was at Emory University, and that was actually, like, the course for the students was on learning to analyze any work culture that you walk into and figure out if it's vertical or horizontal and things like that to set them up for success.
I love that. Thank you. Are you done?
Oh, I had one more, and that's just look up the Kapor Center in California. They're diversifying tech in the U.S., and they've been putting out reports like recently on like indigenous tech talent in the U.S., the Latinx tech pool. Yeah. So like all the BIPOC stuff, they would, if nothing else, they're just great contacts for you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And to your point, regards to, your second point.
Culture training.
Yeah, the culture training. The internships, we offer needs assessment. We would do a need assessment for the entrepreneur, the small business need assessment. We would do personality assessments. That's important as far as cultural, so we can know the personality types. And so based off of the needs assessments on both parties, then there would be customized training before the internship take place, expectations, customized expectations for each one. There we have standards expectation, then to customize so that you can be effective. So
you could also connect with refugee supporting organizations for things like the City of Columbus. Because if you have people who already have like on a path to citizenship, they could be employees. And you could get folks who were technologists who were displaced.
Exactly. So that's the grand vision. Government contractor, both in the U.S. and Africa, and partner with another organization that teaches you how to do business in Africa. And right now, transferable knowledge, training, education is a major need. It's on the lower part of the totem pole, but there's a lot of monies internationally for the knowledge that you have. And that's all I'm doing is sharing knowledge and getting paid for it.
We've got a few more, so I've got you and then Cody and then I think over there, and I think that is going to be all that we have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. For those of you who are going, if you want to connect, I know this is so you can go Ngozi at NgoziGlobal.com or literally text me 614-974-3677 and say I would like to connect, and I will take it from there. 614-974-3677. Thank you for your input.
My comment is really, really quick. It's an amazing business idea. I also love the art. It's
Thank you.
I'm curious about, I think I saw it under the mission where it said your growth, the goal was to grow by 42%, if I'm remembering that number? Increase
BIPOC representation by 42%.
Why 42%?
Because right now we're at 8% representation. So I wanted to get it to at least 50%. How do I do that? Just by informing, educating, career mapping, helping you guide, opening the door, expressing the urgency, leading the way. And will we reach that? The collective work, but if we can increase it on a global scale, and we get a lot of the work in Africa here. So yeah, we have to be in the tech industry somehow, certification, some type of, I'm starting off with Agile Scrum Master. Why? Because project management, transferable skills. My project management in the nonprofit world is suitable in software development. So that's how I'm entering into the tech through certifications. And that's the beautiful thing about the tech. You can get certified. You don't have to go back to school. Get a quick certification, something. But you must be in the tech industry.
Okay.
Yes.
I think this is a really cool vision. I think it's I can feel really, I can relate really well to this feeling like, wow, this is this really huge thing that I want to accomplish, but where do I start?
Yes.
You have a really, really great vision. I think also the brand is really cool. I think that it's really unique, and it does feel along the lines of what you're trying to go for.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Yeah, it does feel like it's like a good start to where you wanted to go. It doesn't mean it can't change, and it doesn't mean it can't stay, but it feels like it's a really good start.
I'm going somewhere,
Yeah,
right?
It feels cool. What I guess my question would be is somebody who's also, I would describe myself as a visionary, and sometimes I want to do this product, this product, this product, this product, add this, add this, add this, and then once I get started, I get a little bit of like clustered in terms of like where I should go. My question would be is like, as you've done this, it sounds like your business model has 3 things. It sounds like there's a mentorship aspect, there's the education aspect, and there's the like job placement aspect. Am I getting that kind of right? Or
Yes, so to better education, one of the top solutions for bridging the gap is we have to have new approaches in education, recruitment, and retention. So there's an education portion, that's the soft skills development. There's a recruitment portion, our innovation and recruiting the tech talent, and there's a retention portion, and that is the sustainability of the soft skills training and development. So I would categorize them in those 3.
those little those subtitles. All right, that's pretty cool. I like those subtitles.
Yeah, education, retention, recruitment.
Yeah, out of those 3 subtitles currently, have you made any money off of any of them yet?
No, I'm doing all this. The need is there. Understanding value versus price as an entrepreneur. The value is so much greater than getting paid right now. The demand is there. I got the fish net, and I got to catch the fishes of the sea and start developing. I have not scaled or made a dime yet, but I've put in the money and the work, and I'm like, someone help me.
Yeah.
But it's so rewarding. So no, I have not scaled anything yet, but I will.
Yeah, of course.
This will be.
That's what my question, I guess, leads to then is where do you find, how can you start to focus your attention towards one of those streams that seems the most, which one of those 3 streams of the education, retention, sorry, I forgot the third one.
Recruitment.
Recruitment. Out of those 3, which one feels maybe the strongest to you to start solving the mission as quick as possible? And so you can start bringing in some money to start solving the other problems, because my suggestion, or my, I guess just thought in general, is solving all 3 at once is a really big task.
Yeah, it is.
That might feel pretty daunting for you as a visionary, and just getting this thing started.
No feelings.
Picking one lane right off the bat and being like, I'm gonna get 20 people hired as quick as possible, and getting them recruited and hired as quick as possible to start bringing in some money, to start gaining some momentum, could feel really good, as opposed to saying, well, I'm going to get 20 people, to then getting them educated, to then getting them recruited, to then bringing in another 40 in this lane, and picking a lane and building it out so strongly that it can be a recurring revenue stream to then start focusing on the next couple lanes.
Yeah. The first lane is soft skills development. We're working on a curriculum to finalize a curriculum and finalizing our niche, because we got entrepreneur, that's a big niche. Leadership is a big niche. Digital, public speaking, and then determine what the other 4 skills will be. So the curriculum development of Ngozi Global Curriculum is the very first thing in training and development. So I'll make money by, 1, booking training classes, both here in the U.S. and America, me as a speaker, speaking on the top subject of Africa's tech talent, BIPOC businesses pivoting into the tech industry, and just the opportunities. And that's it. So training, development, the soft skills provider is the ultimate goal. We're training so that they can be globally competitive, to be matched to. Yes, so the soft skill training is the first part.
And that feels what you're saying feels the strongest for you to.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely. Thank you.